Hedera Hashgraph is a mid-position coin with the ticker HBAR that generally has an essentially present worth of $0.049247 and a market capitalization of $1,635,360,299. Digital currencies really have especially lengthy past the purpose in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure vendors, which essentially is genuinely huge. These days, it's a resource class that is significantly directed and, surprisingly, took on as legitimate delicate. Some huge venture banks in any event, in every practical sense, obtain Hedera Hashgraph and other digital currencies all at once to safeguard their resources under administration. Against the dashing expansion that disables the conventional monetary business sectors in a kind of large manner. Presently, now is the right time to uncover our short, mid, and in every practical sense, long-haul expectation of the improvements on the HBAR market that generally depend on the readings of our buy and large remarkable crypto unpredictability file that essentially assists us with measuring the market opinion and, for the most part, expect the heading where the market means to in every practical sense go in an unobtrusive way. At this point, the cost of Hedera Hashgraph especially is $0.049247, while the coin as of now especially ends up at 32nd spot in the extremely generally positioning, lovely as opposed to prevalent thinking. The said positioning basically is assessed based on the resource's certainly present value that really is duplicated by its sort of current market capitalization, an equation that especially is applied all through all monetary business sectors in a significant manner. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions with the goal that our clients get the most applicable information in regards to the presentation of computerized assets in their portfolios, which is genuinely critical. It's likewise essential to generally consider the verifiable information that permits framing a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its course, which sort of is genuinely huge. On September 12, the cost of Hedera Hashgraph for the most part was at $0.046382 toward the finish of the exchanging timeframe, during which the cost change fundamentally added up to 3.80%, kind of in spite of mainstream thinking. 7 days prior, on September 6, HBAR was esteemed at $0.049405, which for the most part intends that from that point forward, the cost has in every practical sense changed by 0% in a significant manner. A month prior, on August 13, the market member laid out the cost of Hedera Hashgraph at $0.057006. Subsequently, the coin generally has made a 13.61% move to for the most part arrive at its in every practical sense present standings, which explicitly is very critical. The examination of market capitalization essentially conveys sort of equivalent significance in both digital currency and conventional business sectors, which fundamentally is very critical. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology in a real sense is utilized to generally decide the general position and prominence of computerized resources and stocks, for example, or so they sort of thought. Changes in market capitalization kind of certain are fundamentally negative, really are likewise characteristic of the manner by which the said market may head, as well as the resources genuinely potential for making gains or posting misfortunes in both short and long haul viewpoints, or so they generally thought. This genuinely specific especially metric is additionally used to check the strength of Hedera Hashgraph, corresponding to the remainder of the digital currency market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future exhibition, which is genuinely huge. To sort of decide the ongoing business sector capitalization of HBAR, we in every practical sense duplicate the flowing stockpile, the boundary that will be somewhat made sense of later by the kind of present worth of the digital currency under survey, which in a real sense is genuinely critical. Starting today, the market capitalization of Hedera Hashgraph in a real sense remains at $1,635,360,299, which shapes the reason for present exceptionally positioning especially was referenced before, which sort of is very huge. Recently, on September 12, HBAR in a real sense had a market capitalization of $1,540,224, 136 amazingly. Keep going week, on September 6, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to generally was recorded at $1,640,634,495, which in a real sense is genuinely huge. A month prior, on August 13, the market worth of Hedera Hashgraph basically was surveyed to generally be $1,878,966,321, Absolute inventory considers the quantity of coins that, in every practical sense, have previously been delivered by different means, for example through mining, truly, as opposed to mainstream thinking. These digital currencies can commonly be utilized either for truly dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets or with caretakers. This really metric likewise considers the coins that essentially have been gradually eliminated through the cycle called consuming, which by and large is applied to control the expansion rate in a significant manner. At this point, the kind of absolute inventory of Hedera Hashgraph sort of is laid out at 50,000,000,000,000 Hbar. Finally, the coursing supply generally is utilized to compute the market capitalization and survey the coins ongoing remaining in the positions, or so they in a real sense thought. It signifies the really in general measure of Hbar that especially is buy and buy exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly basically put unavailable for general use out of the blue. It's by and large truly trusted that digital currencies that sort of have a flowing stockpile between 60 million and 150 million are the most reasonable for the most part long-haul speculation, since they explicitly are probably going to truly see the value and esteem over a lengthy time frame, conceivably many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate, which truly is very critical. At this crossroads, Hedera Hashgraph by and large has a circling supply of 33,207,534,182 coins. Also, most certainly high exchanging volume typically features that the liquidity sort of is streaming into that market, which shows the especially broad premium in the digital forms of money and guarantees, most certainly smooth execution of exchanges, or so they thought. Nonetheless, it should basically be in a real sense noticed that the information connected with the continuous exchanging volume isn't that genuinely much reasonable for making extremely long-haul cost expectations. However, it normally gives important understanding into the ongoing business sector circumstance. In this way especially is pivotal for short and mid-term cost figures fundamentally did by our exclusive calculation in an unobtrusive manner. A genuinely savvy digital currency financial backer mustn't dismiss this by and large metric while picking passage or leave point. The guideline here sort of is to get into the activity when the volume generally begins to rise, when the cost explicitly is pushing out of the combination region, and forsake the boat once the volume starts to drop after an impressive convention, or so they generally thought. It's far superior assuming those cost moves sort of occur in the areas that fundamentally concur with generally kind of high volume, which for the most part are typically shown through toolbars on the kind of comparing marker that certainly is implanted in all crypto exchanging terminals, which is genuinely critical. Taking care of that, we should survey the exchanging volume recorded on the Hedera